Recently, I've been seeing a lot of people showing you how to make a proper British cup of tea on the internet, and I have a bit of a problem with that, because a lot of these people that are actually showing you how to make proper British tea, well, they're just doing it wrong. For many years, everyone's always argued over what is the proper British cup of tea, how do you really make a cup of tea? And well, obviously, I'm right, because I'm the most British person you'll know, obviously. So it's my duty to actually show you how to make a proper British cup of tea. And here we are in my lovely kitchen with my absolutely amazing British mug, only $13 from streamlabs.com/coziestream/merch, guys. Get yours today. Okay, I'm sorry, but it is a really nice mug. So first of all, what you want to do is get your kettle. It doesn't matter what type of kettle you've got really, but just get your kettle, make sure it's full of water. Once you've done that, you want to actually boil your kettle, so shove it on there and let it boil. So while we wait for that to go, what we're going to do is actually prepare our cup of tea. Now it's up to you what type of tea you use. I normally actually use this Welsh tea right here, but you know, this is a British cup of tea video right here, so don't tell anyone I actually use Welsh tea. I'll probably be kicked out of the country, and you know, I'd rather that not happen. So we're just gonna, you know, dispose of these over here, and we're actually gonna get our normal tea here. Now, we personally use Yorkshire tea because I'm, you know, in Yorkshire pretty much. So chuck your tea bag in there, just like so. Now, we're fancy pricks, so we actually have sugar cubes right here instead of just a big, you know, box of sugar or a big bag of sugar. I don't know why we use sugar cubes, to be honest. They're pretty much the same price, I guess, so there's no point in not using them. But, you know, it just makes you seem like a bit of an entitled bastard. But I have 3 sugar cubes right here. If you're using a spoon with a bag or something like that, you can work it out yourself. Just, you know, play around. I'd say 3 is about average, maybe a little bit above average right here for the amount of sugar, but the more sugar you add, the more sweet it is, which is obviously quite nice. Although the more sugar you add, the more you'll die. So yeah, regardless of dying, it's a cup of tea, who cares? So what we're now going to do is, now we've got our kettle, we're going to pick that up right here. And then very simply, we're just going to pour that right into our cup right here. It's so easy, isn't it? I mean, it's making a cup of tea. What do you expect? Now, a pro tip from a pro-British person right here is that if you want your tea to actually taste a bit stronger and a bit nicer, you should stir it for a bit longer. I know it's really boring sitting there and stirring a cup of tea, but it does really make it taste a lot better. And especially if you're not a fan of tea in the past, try this. It'll make your tea taste so much better, and you may actually like tea now. Comment down below if I've turned you and you now like cups of tea. You better comment that you have. Now, once we've stirred that for quite a bit right here, it's time to chuck in the milk. Now, we have Milkman's milk because, again, we're posh pricks, but, you know, it's up to you. You can just use any milk you'd like. We also have your normal milk that you get from Morrison's or Asda or wherever you are in the US. I don't know what fucking supermarkets you have over there in the US and other countries, but I'm sure you'll work it out. This is a very controversial thing, but I actually put the milk in before I take the tea bag out, because it helps to make that milk a bit more, I don't know, a bit more combined with the tea. And as someone who actually used to do it the opposite way around and think the other way was stupid, I can say that this way is a lot better, and anyone who believes taking out the tea bag and then putting the milk in after is better, well, you're fucking stupid. Anyway, regardless of that, we're going to chuck our milk in right here and just continue to stir through it out. Of course, the more milk you add, the less strong it'll be right here, so it's completely up to you. I normally go for kind of an in-between as well. I'm a very average tea drinker, which kind of helps. So just put in as much milk as you'd like. Keep on stirring just as you were doing before until it looks like it's stirred properly. Then you can take your tea bag out right here, dab it on the side to try and get as much of that out as possible, and go chuck it in the bin. And that's basically it. You can continue to stir your tea if you'd like, but really it's not needed. As long as you've stirred it enough before, it should be fine. One little tip right here before we end off the video that I did forget to mention is that if you actually take out your milk about 10 minutes before you're going to make your cup of tea, you can actually warm up that milk a bit. Now, this may be bad because you may die, especially if it's in a warmer country, because your milk will go off. But if you leave it out just enough, it will warm up the milk, which makes it taste a bit nicer when you put it in the tea. Of course, this takes a lot to prepare, and you're not always going to be thinking, oh well, in 10 minutes I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, so you know, I'll get the milk out. But if you feel like it and you want to make a proper British good cup of tea, take your milk out 10 minutes earlier and you can do that. But except from that, that's literally everything on how to make a cup of tea right here. How simple was that? You can thank me for sharing my brilliance by leaving a like on the video and subscribing, of course. Here's all the lovely channel members from my main channel. Thank you all so much for supporting me. You can do so on my main channel for literally just 99p or $1.30 a month. You can get early access to videos and so much more over there. So, you know, please go check it out if you think this video is actually good. I doubt it, because it's just me telling you how to make a cup of tea, but we can be helpful. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in another one. Goodbye!